Greetings and God bless you. This is Pastor Hector Quinones, and today we are doing our book number 4 for ESL, side by side, book number 4 ESL. We're going to start with chapter 5. Hope you have completed chapters 1 through 4. Let's begin. We're going to be talking about the conditional tense. We're going to be talking about how to use if it's in the present, if something is real, if blank, then this will. And present unreal if this, maybe this would, and so forth. And we're going to talk about hope clauses. We're going to be describing plans and intentions and consequences of actions, discussing future events, expressing hopes, asking for and giving reasons, making deductions and emergencies. Please repeat after me the vocabulary for today. Coin, pollution, report card. Don't forget that it's very important when you're doing this. We have said this before, but just as a review, you want to make sure you pronounce those last sounds. And the D sound should not sound like a T. It's not cart, but card. And then when you say it a little faster, you say report card. All right? So please keep that in mind when you are pronouncing words. Number 4, representative, wishing well, drop in, encourage, hold hands, increase, sneeze, aggressive, burnt, car sick, dressed up, missing. Make sure you memorize those vocabulary terms. Let's continue. They aren't sure. So what happens is this. If this in Spanish would be the equivalent as the word sí, but it is not sí as of yes, it is a possibility, okay? So let's look at this example. How is Angela going to get to work tomorrow? She isn't sure. If the weather is good, she'll probably ride her bicycle. Don't forget that this section here, this means, right? She will, probably, okay? And that's where the will comes into play. And if the weather is bad, she'll probably take the bus. So you got 2 pictures. You have to identify both pictures for your answers. So let's look at number 1. What's Ben going to do this Saturday? He isn't sure. If it's sunny, he'll probably go swimming. If it rains, he'll probably watch TV. So please take pictures. Take a picture of the example, click, click, and of all the different exercises. And make sure you complete them all. All right, do you think? This time we're using if again, sí, as a possibility, and then the word might, posiblemente. Do you think Rover should come to the beach with us today? No, I don't. If he comes to the beach with us today, he might get car sick. So let's look at number 1. Do you think Abigail should go to school today? No, I don't. If she goes to school today, hold on. Yes, I'm sorry. So do you think Abigail should go to school today? No, I don't. If she goes to school today, she might give her colt to the other children. She might give her colt to the other children. So please take a picture. For the exercise and then continue. Next picture. All right. I hope our team wins the game tomorrow. I hope it rains tomorrow. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. So let's look at the two examples. This is a question. Will our team win the game tomorrow? I hope so. There's hope. Espero. Okay. Will the teacher give a quiz today? I hope not. Espero que no. So look at the example here, letter A. I hope our team wins the game tomorrow. I hope so too. Remember, this two here stands for también. I hope the teacher doesn't give a quiz today. I hope not too. Please take pictures. Click, click. Will I get the job? I hope so. Would the cake be burned? I hope not. So you want to look at each one, answer them according to the example. So take pictures and go from there. All right, next. I hope. Do you think the train will be crowded? I hope not. If the train is crowded, we'll have to stand. And if we have to stand, we'll be exhausted by the time we get to work. You're right. I hope the train isn't crowded. Next example. Do you think the boss will retire this year? I hope not. If the boss is blank, his son will take his place. And if blank, his son, right, takes his place, everybody will quit. You're right. I hope he isn't retiring, or he doesn't retire. And here you have three different scenarios. So take a picture, look at the top of the conversation template. Take pictures of this ones, all the way 3, 4. And then you're going to read the wishing well. Now, I would like to remind you that all the readings you have been doing so far, you know the majority of the vocabulary. So please make sure that you read it out loud, translate it into Spanish, and identify any vocabulary that you might not know or vocabulary that you forgot. And make sure you could do all this in order to assure that you understand. This is a story, the wishing well. Here is a bit of a summary. Use some pictures. And here it continues. And then it concludes with questions that you need to complete. So take a picture. You can complete the questions. If they live closer, they visit us more often. Now, I would like to remind you that over here, where it says Dave, this is equivalent to they would. All right. So let's repeat this contractions after me. I would. I'd work. He would. He'd work. She would. She'd work. It would. it would work. We would work. You would, you'd work. They would, they'd work. So again, if blank happens, then this would potentially happen too. So let's look at the example. Please take a picture as you get ready for the exercises. Why don't our grandchildren visit us more often? They don't live close enough. If they live closer, they would visit us more often. Why isn't Alexander able to lift weights? He isn't strong enough. If he were stronger, he'll be able to lift weights. Please, using one of these two examples, complete the exercises that follow. Take pictures if you're online, and you can continue to complete the exercises. And the last two. All right, if she didn't like her job, she wouldn't work so hard. If blank, wouldn't blank. I wonder why Olivia works so hard. She must like her job. You're probably right. If she didn't like her job, she wouldn't work so hard. Si no le gustara el trabajo, no trabajaría tan duro o tan arduamente. I wonder why Paul is so dressed up. He must have a job interview. You're probably right. If he didn't have a job interview, he wouldn't be so dressed up. So you got two options there. Please take pictures and then complete this exercise. You could take some pictures too for those that are online. How to say it? You're probably right. I think you're right. I think that's right. I think that's true. That's probably true. We have another reading titled, They will be willing to if. Estarían dispuestos a sí. So please read it. Look at the examples. Look at the sentences and the pictures as serve as an example, as an illustration. And then please complete. Please don't forget when you're completing the true and false that it's a good practice, if it is false, to say what's the true answer, the real answer. So that's something you could actually try to do yourself. And let's look at page 76. Let's do the listening section. Here we go. All right. Number 1, listen and choose a statement that is true based on what you hear. Number 1, if it weren't raining today, we will go to the beach. What does that mean? That means it is happening, right? It's raining. Very good. Number 2, if we had enough money, we would buy a new car. Does that mean that we have enough money or we don't have enough money? It starts with if. Number 3, I'd rather be happy if Miss Carter were my English teacher. I would be very happy if Miss Carter was my English teacher. What does that mean? She's not. Number 4, if the company's profit increase, we'll receive bonuses. What does that mean? That means that there's a possibility, it might happen. Number 5, if I weren't allergic to trees, I would go hiking with you this weekend. So that means that he's not going to go. Number 6, if I didn't have to work tonight, I would invite you to go to the movies with me. Right? He isn't going to the movies because he has to work. Good job. All right, we continue on with another reading. Are you prepared for emergencies? You're going to take this page and you're going to try to take some time to speak with some of your classmates about what is discussed in these pictures. You could do it with your family members, with your friends. Just describe the pictures. Something we could talk about later. So take some pictures, and this is something you could also try to do later on. Good. And then please don't forget, complete your journal entry. What would you do with the money if you won $1 million on a TV game show? Write about it in your journal. So remember, if I won $1 million on a TV game show, I would, right? So you have to use the words that we are looking in the chapter, the words we're looking at. And let's practice this pronunciation. Contractions with would. Please repeat after me. Listen and repeat after me. If I got paid more, I'd be satisfied with my job. If she were more outgoing, she'd have friends at school. If we had more in common, we'd get along better. If you tuned up your car more often, you'll get better gas mileage. Good. Remember, all these little blue boxes, you have to memorize them. Okay? You don't have to memorize the word dinner or better, but you need to remember, let's just point out a few things. That when you're using third person, you have to use the S usually, right? Or the ES depending on the word, on the verb that you're using. All right? You also have to remember that when it comes to using had, were, with if, notice it applies to every pronoun. Same thing, if you're using negative, I, they didn't have, same thing, and also the negative, weren't, it's all the same pronoun. You don't have to worry about changing anything because it's all the same for all of the different pronouns when you're using if. And the last one, don't forget, again, this is another review, reminding you, third person, right? She hopes, he hopes, he gets, she gets. All right. And that is all. Please make sure you complete all of the information you have here on these exercises, and then jump to workbook number 4, and please complete chapter number 5. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. See you next time. Blessings.